So it's 2 from 2 for Red Bull for the 2023 season. And just like it was in Bahrain, another comprehensive and dominant victory. They have flipped around who's first and second. Sergio Perez beating Max Verstappen at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But that's what's interesting about that lineup is that Verstappen started the race 15th and then just breezed his way through the field. He was helped by a safety car that did kind of give him that chance to get up to third position and then up to second position in kind of the mid to late stages of the race. But there were some moments in that race when Verstappen just looked like he had a rocket ship. I mean, when he went past Russell into third, really showed you the gulf between Red Bull and the rest. It was like watching two different classes of race car. We thought Fernando Alonso had the third place wrapped up. It would have been the second podium in a row for him, second podium in a row for Aston Martin. But the team just making a small error at his pit stop when he was serving a penalty for not lining up fully correctly in his grid box at the start of the race. That led to a 10-second penalty, which demoted him behind George Russell into fourth position, but not before Fernando Alonso had been on the podium, collected that trophy. He had to go and give that trophy to George Russell after the race. Mercedes, quite interesting that they were as good as they looked in the race. We've kind of got used to this kind of doomsday scenario around Mercedes at the moment, and them almost throwing in the towel in their season. But they looked a lot better in Saudi, and they're talking a lot about their new car coming for Imola. But clearly they've got their head around some of the issues that they were struggling with in Bahrain. It's still not a competitive car, still a long, long way away from Red Bull, but it might be that we start to see Mercedes back in the mix with that, Aston Martin fighting for that third position. As for Ferrari, another example of just how much they struggled with tyre deg in that race. I mean, they were absolutely nowhere at the end. Sainz and Leclerc were just, in a race of their own almost, just watching the three teams ahead of them kind of disappear into the distance. So until Ferrari can get their heads around that issue, it's going to be a really, really long season for the team in red.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.